This is a Fatal 4 podcast.
A burrito going in.
And McIntyre could be looking for the Claymore to put Cody Rhodes away and win the championship. Rhodes, though, able to counter. Stack it up, McIntyre. Kick out by Drew.
Attempted a powerbomb that didn't get all of it.
Welcome everybody to Didn't Get All of It. I am one of your hosts, Paul, and joining me is the rest of the Fatal 4, except for B-Rob. The B stands for, not on my bingo card, it's Kody.
Forgot what I was going to say.
This is the second time we recorded an intro.
Let's start over.
Also here, Pro Wrestling Noah.
I am so prepared for this episode. You wouldn't believe it. I've got talking points. I've got notes about professional wrestling. It's going to be a great episode, everybody.
Do you really have notes? Because I kind of don't. I totally forgot about everything I watched this week.
Kody has notes. You won't show them to us.
I got notes. They're secret.
That's secret notes.
Do I really not got to get an intro redo? You're just gonna...
No, we already did.
We're here, baby.
Everybody got an intro redo.
The tape's rolling.
We're live, pal?
We're live.
As live as taped can be.
Yeah.
Let me... Dubai chocolate, Labubu, Rizz.
Is that what we should title this show so we get all the fucking downloads? Hot Soup Miko edition.
Yeah. She's in the new Sonic kart racing game.
Here's some breaking news.
Hang out with Mega Man.
Alexa Bliss is in Call of Duty. How about that?
What?
So is The Undertaker.
They can all hang out with Nicki Minaj?
No, when you play as The Undertaker in Call of Duty, he sneaks up on you and inducts you into the Hall of Fame.
Oh, that's...
And it's very natural. Fate
worse
and normal.
than death. Oh, boy. What the heck? Did you guys do anything this weekend?
What did I do this weekend? No.
You got more Labubu.
Yeah, I got a Labubu. He's a green little freak.
Cody, what'd you do this week?
My favorites from LFG. What did I do?
Yeah.
That's a great question. Oh, I had to work over the weekend. I don't know. I watched a fuck ton of wrestling.
There was a lot of wrestling over the weekend. I went to a concert last night.
Weekend. What did you see? Who'd you see? Who'd you hear?
I heard and saw Pup and Jeff Rosenstock. They were double headlining, and it was a fantastic show. Very energetic.
PetSmart the other day and saw Pup. I also saw some cats.
That's my favorite part of going to the pet store, is seeing the cats and all the lizards judging me as they stare at me. And the birds.
Yeah, I don't
birds
walk by those fucking weird things. People in there being like, let me look at the reptiles and the rats. Like, no thanks.
Oh, man, the rats are so cute, though.
Give me to the cat section.
Yeah, the cats are great, too. All the animals in there are great.
Then you leave with one.
Well, you got to be careful about that.
That's how I got my second cat.
From a PetSmart /Co?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
He was looking at me, and I said, you can come home. And that was it.
Like, okay. You got me.
Sorry, I'm just scrolling what happened on Raw. This is going to be a tough show. We're going to have to get silly. We're going to have to get silly.
Are you writing your notes right now?
No, I'm just trying to remember what happened. I remember, okay, so
it
over
was
the weekend,
so long ago.
That's what we can talk about. We can talk about Wrestlepalooza, because that's one of the things that happened that people are tuning in to hear us talk about.
Yeah, how was that? Because I see the first bullet point on these notes for Wrestlepalooza is app difficulties. And
no, you can't read the word that says experience. It says app experience.
Well,
you're trying to mislead the viewers. You're going to be put on hiatus for a few days.
Well,
and we're going to sue you with the power of the FCC.
Well, my experience is that I don't have ESPN, so I wasn't able to watch it.
Well, I do.
Because we all canceled it for Jimmy Kimmel, right?
Yeah,
this happened before
comedy.
all of that.
No, it didn't.
Wrestlepalooza was before this.
The Kimmel stuff happened before Wrestlepalooza.
That's impossible.
He got taken off last Wednesday.
Time works anymore.
Wrestlepalooza was on Sunday, Saturday, Friday.
What
Monday?
the fuck is time? Are we
There's
sure?
no way to know.
I'm sure. And I'm like, I can't protest this. I have to watch Wrestlepalooza. The app experience was fine. I thought it was weird because it's the first time I installed the ESPN app, and I'm like, let's go see if this thing works. So I went and clicked Wrestlepalooza at like 10 in the morning, and it said, you need to have an ESPN plan. And I'm like, I do. I have Hulu Live TV. I have all the things. And it just kept saying it wasn't going to work. And I said, okay, I'll try again later. And just assumed it would work, and it did.
That is on TikTok. I saw a lot of people saying that like they had the subscription plan specifically for, the ESPN, what is it, Ultimate now, and trying to log in and watch Wrestlepalooza, and it just telling them they couldn't.
Yeah, because it wasn't on yet.
Oh, is that the issue?
Yeah, that was the issue. It wouldn't let me watch it because it didn't exist.
Oh,
They hadn't started yet.
they hadn't like
But I'm
made
sure
a
that was enough for
listing
people to make
it.
a bunch of content and spread it around like it was real.
That checks out.
The app experience was fine. The experience of watching the show, a fucking nightmare.
Yeah, too much wrestling.
No, absolutely not. Not enough wrestling. This show was horrendous. It was so bad.
That's kind of what I judged from what I saw online of people talking about it. People talking about it and just like what I saw. Specifically, I saw like some clips from Lesnar Cena, and woof.
There were a couple of good matches, but it could not save this show. This show was structurally, aesthetically, just offensive. It started with 15 minutes of ESPN and WWE TKO jerking themselves off, and
They love to do that.
Triple H coming out and ushering in the ESPN era, and then
They love to do that too.
Which he didn't want to do. He was very shy.
We
He's
get
just a
like
little
it was
guy.
literally like 25 minutes until the first bell rang. It's like, just fucking get on with it.
We did get a
And
new show intro with Then Now Forever graphics changed.
The signature, yeah.
It feels more sportsy and less. I think the last one was so weird because it was like, I guess it was supposed to be constellations of superstars. And the one that looked like Hulk Hogan, I always thought was Bobby Lashley. And I'm like, he doesn't work here. Why is he in the sky? It was really weird. But the new one is very plain, and the music kind of stinks. I'm sure it won't last long.
And it's the same VO. Like
Yeah, same voiceover, different people doing their poses, shit like that.
I did catch like
Yes,
Bray
it took
Wyatt
forever
is
to start the show.
pretty present in it. Yeah, so the show took forever, and then it started with Cena and Brock. And I was like ready for this to be good. I was like, all right, here we go. This is their last match together. Let's see what they got. We haven't seen Brock in a while. Like I'm not in a current state of like tired of his act. Everything else aside, like I haven't seen a Brock Lesnar match in a while. Let's do this. And then it started like, okay, this might be interesting. And then it just turned into a finisher spam, and Cena just lost, and it fucking sucked. Offensively horrible match.
One of my favorite things about this match was there was a line that Wade Barrett said, which was, Cena said he didn't want this to be a nostalgia tour, and you're not getting that. And I'm like, that's exactly what I'm getting right now. I'm literally watching a match with him jobbing to Lesnar in squash match fashion. Seen that before. And now he's going to go wrestle AJ Styles because people saw that before. Like, that's exactly what's happening.
Yeah.
Also, a nice reminder of why, I mean, all the other reasons too, but like why Brock Lesnar shouldn't be around. His style sucks.
I mean, this style sucks.
It used to be great.
It
used to be cool. We've seen it.
This style was cool for a second. It got tired very fast. But when like he wants to do something else, he's a very good performer. His match with Bryan, his match with AJ, his match with CM Punk, like all fantastic stuff from later stage Lesnar. But for whatever reason, whether it's him and how he wants to work or the powers that be, he just keeps doing the same formulaic shit, and it's so fucking tired. This is such a waste of Cena, a waste of time. This match did nothing. Brock just won. Brock's not going to be seen for a while. There's going to be no follow-up. Like, it doesn't fucking matter. It just awful.
Tale as old as time.
It's
hard for yeah. It's going to be hard for anything to top this for worst match of the year.
Oh, hang on. Let me pull up my list.
Yeah, where's the BFAB match?
No, I wouldn't give BFAB worst match of the year.
She deserves no accolades from Paul.
No, I do not have. I have 3 runner-ups. Do you want to hear them?
No, we can't spoil for our end of the year show. Come on.
Yeah, we can. No one's going to remember.
Okay.
Let's not forget Jon Moxley versus Cope from Dynamite on March 19th.
Right.
Let's not forget John Cena versus Cody Rhodes from WrestleMania. And let's not forget Solo Sikoa versus Jacob Fatu from SummerSlam. What happened to Jacob Fatu? Does he even play wrestling anymore?
What happened to any of the bloodline?
Where are these people? Not that I want them around, but like Jacob Fatu was over, and then he like laid down for Solo, and I guess unalived himself. You can still say that, right?
I think you're supposed to say that instead of the other thing.
Got it. I figured they would have blocked that too when people realized that's exactly what that means.
I think he committed fatuicide.
Yeah, fatuicide was on ECW, right?
I think fatuicide is when you date Jimmy Snuka.
Jesus.
Allegedly.
Do you want to know how to protect yourself from fatuicide? That's right. You get yourself Aries. They're little stickers
underwear
that you can put on your devices. And they stop electromagnetic fields from doing whatever those things do. What an insane thing. They showed this ad for... Like, they all talked about it. They even like filmed shit. Like, I don't know how much this company paid, but surely we can afford to get our logo on the mat.
All these guys are the same, are like in the same friend circle. They're all friends with Joe Rogan and have ties to the government.
But is this like a real thing? It looked like some Saudi Arabia shit. It's clearly like snake oil, the same as like get yourself a copper bracelet to protect you from getting the cold, or all those things that you see on daytime TV that are like, this knee brace is infused with copper, which cures you.
This entire company is Saudi shit. Like,
have you looked up this Aries company?
No, I simply do not care. But like this and all the other advertisements all over the place. I could not believe the worst part. Not only was Cena and Brock fucking atrocious, they had the audacity to end that match and immediately go into 3 minutes of commercials. This company
that's
is
the other thing, right? Is that
$30 a month for premium live events now that have 3 minutes worth of ads.
Because the way it worked on Peacock was that if you had like the ad tier, you just got ads, while all the non-ad tier people got like promos and backstage segments and stuff, right?
Which I was fine with.
But now everyone gets ads, which
as
is
far
insane.
as I know, because I don't think I could upgrade to a higher tier of what I have, and I got 3 minutes worth of ads.
And also,
after every fucking segment.
Everyone's paying more now, right? Because it's like $30 a month, which is not too far away from the $40 a month that you have to pay for monthly pay-per-views if you're a member of HBO Max.
Yeah, but that's the other thing.
AEW.
And I was going to talk about this later, but it's relevant here. The other promotion, not much better, but like for the opposite end of the spectrum, I put on All Out. I could not fucking believe that it was 5 hours long.
It was a long pay-per-view.
What the fuck? Like, WWE's PLEs are filled with advertisements and not enough wrestling. They have 4, 5, 6 matches. And then the other company throws 100 matches at you that go 5 hours long, but there's no ads. It's all wrestling.
Yeah, but
the thing about, why can't a company just find a happy fucking medium? Why can't we get a solid 3-hour pay-per-view with no ads?
The thing about All Out, though, is that all the matches were good. Like, there was maybe one match that I could point to that people would say was like, not so great, but it was Eddie Kingston, and I like Eddie Kingston.
I hate to derail this, because I do want to keep talking about the Aries EMF blockers. And my internet crapped out as soon as I started to say something bad about them, which tells me I need to purchase one.
Yeah.
I just went to their site and clicked shop because I was curious, like, what could these possibly cost? The sticker that you put on your iPhone that gives you 19 feet of protection, $100, right?
Jesus
nope,
Christ.
$100. It's on sale, 50% off. Normally it's $200, but if 19 feet of protection is not enough for you, maybe you want 42 feet of protection. You can get yourself the Flex medallion that you wear around your neck and look really cool. That's on sale right now.
It sounds tough. Flex medallion.
It's like
gym.
It's like, it looks like the thing that the dog wore on VR Troopers. $240 on sale right now for a limited time, I assume, from $480. If 42 feet of protection is not enough for you, maybe you want the Zone Max. This will protect you. It says large space, 139 feet.
The Zone Max.
It is the thing that was stuck on the turnbuckle. So people within that arena were protected during that match that this was protecting people from. This item regularly priced $700.
Who is buying this? Who is buying this?
There's more. There's just the Zone, which is much smaller. That only gives you 93 feet of protection, $260. It's a little looks like a coaster. You can put your drink on it. And then finally the Go, the most important one. This one looks like an air tag, 32 feet of protection, $220. The dumbest looking thing ever. Protecting you from the most not real thing ever. It's literally saying, like, I can protect you from electromagnetic ghosts. Would you like to be protected from the ghosts?
I mean,
someone's like, how much can I give you?
To be protected from the electromagnetic ghosts, because otherwise, I mean, what am I going to do?
Oh, they have a partnership with the Minnesota Timberwolves. How do they have money? I guess they sold one of these, and all of a sudden
they're friends with Joe Rogan.
Are they really, though?
Pretty sure.
Insane
Hard
stuff.
to tell who's not friends with Joe Rogan these days.
I had forgotten, like, because grifts have gotten so much more elaborate lately. Like, people just launch fucking meme coins or build a ballroom attached to their White House or something. I completely forgotten of. Oh, here's a video of what's his name from Get Him to the Greek talking about it. Cool guys.
No matter who it is, it's not good.
I'll let you figure out who it is.
You can just say the guy from Get Him to the Greek and be like, well, fuck it. That's not a good endorsement.
It ain't Matt Lauer. So that should help narrow it down to everyone else. Of course he is, yeah. He goes on the Today Show. I had completely forgotten of this level of bullshit that people could be tricked into buying. Like, I thought they won. Didn't these people win? The anti-vaxxers won. How are we still doing this shit?
I don't know.
You don't have to go around being like, save the children anymore. You don't have to go around spreading QAnon stuff because you won.
Yeah, but
It's
their
over.
whole thing is being a victim. If they're not a victim, what do they have? Nothing.
Now their phones are attacking them with, you need a little sticker on your phone. I should fucking write a question to them and be like, is this compatible with the new iPhone Air? Like, so seriously about it.
Well, good thing is this company.
I can't wait to see this again.
This company sponsored another horrible match on the show. The Usos versus the Bronze, where Jey Uso somehow concussed himself by swinging a chair at Braun Breaker.
Yeah, I saw that. He really got busted open.
Yeah.
And people seemed concerned.
He was gushing immediately, and it definitely felt like they rushed the finish.
Yeah.
Like LA Knight told him to go home, and he got speared immediately, and it just ended. The finish fell very flat. The match itself was very formulaic.
You can't bleed all over the Aries logo. It's expensive.
It doesn't protect you from blood.
Yeah.
Unless
Also,
you
what was
put the sticker on your scab.
What was the center logo? Papa John's? It was some red logo.
Yes.
Yeah, it was Papa
Yeah,
John's.
okay. Good. Yeah. Well, that's just spaghetti sauce. His blood, that is.
Trying to figure out how to advertise with WWE. I think we can afford a ring mat that says didn't get all of it.
How much do you think? How much could that cost? $10?
The F4 logos on the
look who's
turnbuckles.
on there. Real American beer. Using a dead guy to promote it.
Yeah, but they like that dead guy a lot.
Yeah, they always let some fan bring a Hulk Steel Rules sign to the shows.
Jeez.
You know they're plants. They gotta be.
I don't know. There's some real dumb people.
I was watching the show with my girlfriend, and she saw the Hulk Steel Rules sign. She was like, "Somebody check that guy's computer." What was next on the show? It was
Vicaire and EO. The only thing worth. Well, there's some other stuff, but this was the one match that you can be like, go out of your way for it.
Well, I disagree there. I think
Bad
the match
Take
was
Cody
fine.
has arrived.
The match was fine, but I just feel like, and this is not indicative. Is that the word? Of
Sure.
EO and Stephanie's talent or the match quality itself, but I was falling asleep watching this, and it was just because
You had too many EMF exposures.
that and whatever. I was tired, like things, but it's just like this show was just up until this point was so bad. It was just draining. It was like, because it was not only two bad matches, it was the advertisements, the 20 minutes of ESPN bullshit. Like, it was just a drag to get through that by the time this match started, and I was really looking forward to it. I was just like,
I've been wanting to see this match for months. Because every time they wrestled, they would always not have a finish, and then she was supposed to get a title match, and that never fucking happened.
I just couldn't get into it.
Well,
But,
go watch it again now that you're awake.
Yeah, I'm sure. I think I will. What I did see of it, it was good, but I just they didn't blow me away with anything.
The post match with her celebrating with her dad was awesome. The corkscrew, whatever the fuck, off the top rope was awesome.
It was very, very clean.
I liked it. I don't know how you do that perfectly. That it was great. I have decided that we will be launching a new product, by the way, called
Lay on me.
if you are tired of Cody's takes, I will be selling you a limited edition. This is only $400. You can put this on your podcast device. It's it's something that you adhere, not like a sticker. Stickers are cheap and crappy. This is a real thing. You adhere with adhesive to your device, and it will block KTBs from coming through your podcast. Cody's Takes Bad is what they're called. and this will protect you from all the bad takes, like Stephanie Vicaire and EO put me to sleep. $400. Email me directly. I will send it to you. We have not launched our website yet because this is an exclusive offer only for our fans. Block the
fans?
KTBs.
Yes.
Only fans
Can get this.
Get your KTB blocker now.
By the way, during the post show, Triple H confirmed that Stephanie had been fighting an illness, and that's why the build to this was bad.
Yeah, she had COVID.
Well, we don't know it was COVID, but
I mean, I thought we've established that there was a moment in time where anyone who got COVID, they would not tell you it was COVID because then they would have to like pay people back or something, or there's like just various things. Remember, it's like, oh, this concert was canceled because they got sick, and it's like 2021, and you're like, sick. The only sickness going around. She definitely had COVID. Who's sick for 3 weeks? She had the novel coronavirus 19. Well, I'm glad she's better in wrestling and the champion because she's great.
agreed.
And then after 7 minutes of Target commercials?
Yeah.
I think we finally got to the other match.
Yeah, the mixed tag match. This was fantastic. This was, in my opinion, the only thing worth watching this show for. The fact that it didn't main event.
I thought it dragged.
I disagree. I think that's a bad take. Guys, I'm starting a new product. It is a sticker.
PTBs.
It's
Paul Take Bad.
Actually, we call them PGIRs, which I'll let you figure out what that stands for.
Paul Griffin is real.
Anyway,
you were wondering.
This match was great. I loved it. I've watched it twice.
Twice? Did you need to go to sleep one night or something?
No, I like
first
it so
20
much,
minutes is so like
it's
enough
perfect.
with the edging.
No, it's perfect. This is
Speak for yourself.
I know, Paul, you said that you don't like this trope, and normally I don't, but it very much works in this setting where you're waiting for the hot tag, you really want it because it's AJ Lee's first time getting in the ring in 10 years. So but it's not the trope that I hate. It's the two versions of CM Punk that since he's returned to WWE, there is badass CM Punk who will wrestle you real good. That's the one who faced Gunther. Then there's CM Punk who sells the whole fucking time and gets beaten down and that's what he did first Gunther. No, he fucking wrestled Gunther quite well. But or that first Drew match is a better example where he wrestled does this guy still have it? You're of course he does. Because the next two matches with Drew were great. Yes, but that first match with Drew was his first match post-surgery. So that makes sense for him to be does he still have it? And that in sucks. This setting, it's him being outnumbered. So it makes sense that he's getting his ass kicked because he's being outsmarted and outnumbered by Becky and Seth.
No one believes Seth is good.
Yeah.
I think they want you to think that.
They sure do.
This is Paul's worst take. This match was great. AJ finally got the hot tag. It's good you're self-aware. AJ looked great. I loved the teamwork spots. I loved the spots of being AJ holding Punk back and being I got this. When they both did the running knees and the shining wizards. And I'm glad that we got physicality between the men and women.
That crowd, I think we said it last week that Punk should give her the GTS.
They wanted it. They chanted for it.
Man, that crowd wanted it so bad. And I don't think I don't know. We're in a different era where the women wrestlers are not like helpless damsels. I think it'd be acceptable.
Yeah, I think so too.
This isn't fucking Terry with her rock hard nipples getting a stunner and like clobbered in the head with a steel chair. This is fucking Becky Lynch. She main evented WrestleMania. She can take a GTS.
But she got hit with the sharpshooter. Rollins got put in a I was going to say Widow's Peak. What's it called? Black Widow.
Yeah.
And the table spot outside was sick where AJ got thrown into Punk and Seth. AJ was great. She didn't really look like she had any ring rust.
Once it started going, I thought it got great. I think she started off a little slow, but that went away real quick.
Mm-hmm.
And the right people won.
Yes, for sure.
And she made a nice post on Instagram that was like completely broken kayfabe, like thanking them for keeping her safe and all that shit, which I thought was nice. And that was the end of the show. There was nothing else.
I mean, it should have been. Look, Cody and Drew was a fine match. It was not bad. It was not amazing, but it was a completely fine match that should have happened in the middle of the show. There was, like, Cody just won. He just won, and the show went off the air. There was no...
I like that their justification was the world champion should be at the end of the show. That's fine. I agree. But they should also have a better fucking angle, and not he just returned after getting pushed through the announce table. Like, even the injury to take him out, I didn't buy.
But, like, even the world champion goes on last thing that's not true. Like, that's not consistent with them
It should
anymore.
be, though.
Like,
it should be consistent.
Roman main events all the time without a title.
He shouldn't.
Like, and Triple H himself has said that, like, the best stories go on last or whatever. The best story was AJ, Punk, and Becky and Seth.
Triple H says what he needs to say in the moment. Like,
yes,
this dude is not a truth teller. He's in a business of lying. He tried to sell you EMF blockers in the middle of the show.
Yeah.
Only blocker
Cody
I
Drew
want
was
is an
fine.
MJF blocker because that guy fucking stinks. Am I right?
Boo.
Cody Drew was fine. Just shouldn't have gone on last.
Well, thankfully that's over, and we can move on to Cody versus Seth because it's Crown Jewel season. I thought it was weird they were going to do Crown Jewel in Perth, Australia, because I just thought that was exclusive to Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think of jewels in Australia. I normally think of,
does Australia have jewels?
I normally think of, like, kangaroos.
Is there anyone named
Boomerangs.
Jewel in Australia?
And awesome blossoms. What else does Australia have? Big spiders.
Yeah. The singer, Jewel, famously from Australia.
She's from Australia? Okay, well, there you go.
Yeah. She's like, crikey, my teeth used to be so bad. Then she got them fixed.
No, she's very much an American.
Well,
Jewel's Canadian.
She's not Canadian.
I think she's Canadian.
No, she's not.
Jewel is from Kazakhstan.
That's not any of the things we said.
She's from Utah. I was wrong.
Utah, Kazakhstan, same difference.
I got her mixed up with what's her butt who did the Titanic song, Celine Dion.
Celine Dion, yeah,
she's Canadian.
She's very Canadian, famously Canadian.
Most Canadians are famously Canadian because there's nothing else to be famous for.
Hey, speaking of famously Canadian, you guys want to talk about All Out?
Yeah, that happened in Canada.
It sure did.
And I mean, we can just kind of go through the ones that mattered. I mean, this whole card I thought had awesome matches. Like, there really wasn't a stinker on this whole card, except for, I mean, I really like Eddie Kingston. Eddie Kingston
that match
versus
sucked, dude. Come
Big
on.
Bill was. I mean, I like seeing Eddie Kingston back. But
that
Adam
finish
Copeland,
was atrocious.
Sure. But Adam Copeland and Christian Cage versus FTR, I had very little expectations for this match. And boy, did it deliver. It was just a hell of a lot of fun the whole time. Yeah. Edge did the Cena spot.
He did. The show started with a bunch of Canada inside jokes that I didn't get, but that's fine. I do enjoy Christian's current character of like, I always appreciate when somebody turns heel, but like doesn't change any.
But they're still an asshole.
Yeah, because it's like, really, why would he?
Yeah.
So I'm enjoying that, but Edge did the Cena spots. He did the little protoplex and the "You Can't See Me" and the 5-knuckle shuffle and the worst attitude adjustment of all time, which was cool. But the AEW commentary team just remained silent throughout the entire thing, and it feels like, I don't know, Excalibur and Tony Schiavone at least are like scared almost to say certain things because it's like they don't know what they can and can't say. But then luckily Bryan Danielson's on the team, so
he was saying the most obvious stuff.
So at the end, the whole spot happens without a single call, and then finally Bryan's like, Copeland paying homage to one of his greatest rivalries. Although he did call it a Death Valley driver, which, I mean, to be fair, it kind of was because
what it is.
Edge sat out. But there was like another moment later in the show too where the commentary team kind of did the same thing. I forget what it was, but
I mean, like Danielson specifically during the ladder match towards the end of the night, like the Bandito was like standing up on top of the ladder, like shoulder like equidistance with the belts, and he was like getting ready to do his spot, and Danielson was just like, turn around, grab the belt. Yeah. What are you doing? Right. Just stuff like that throughout the whole night. It was so funny.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I agree with you. The opening match was fun. There was other cool spots, and then the big moment was. Oh yes, Paul.
No, continue.
Okay,
this is what I want to talk about. I think
Beth Copeland, came out because there was a cool spot where I think Christian did a spear, Cope hit a kill switch. It looked like it was going to be the end of the match, and then Stokely pulled the ref out. So Beth Copeland came out and beat up Stokely Hathaway and took him away.
I did not know that this happened because, one, I didn't watch the show. But I did catch some of Dynamite, and there was a segment where Edge told Christian that like he didn't want to, his family got into this and he's going to leave now. And he's not sure if he's coming back. And I'm like, his family got involved. What? And this made like no traction on the information superhighway, it seems. Which is kind of crazy to me. I feel like this is a big deal. I saw this nowhere in my bubble.
Yeah, because you're in a fucking stupid bubble.
Includes Squared Circle and a bunch of fucking people on Blue Sky who don't shut up about AEW all day, every day.
This very much got traction because everyone online was like, oh my god, he's going to go wrestle John Cena.
Yeah, that's all I heard. I didn't hear anything about Beth Phoenix.
Oh, that's
nobody's talking about Beth Phoenix. That's what I'm talking about. I hope Edge goes and wrestles John Cena. I want that very badly.
He ain't doing it.
If we're doing the nostalgia tour, I better fucking get Edge and Cena.
They did do proxy moves.
Yeah, they did do this. The last time Beth showed up for an Edge thing, like in WWE, where Randy concertoed her. They did a similar thing here, where I think it was Dax Harwood, or no, it was Cash. Tombstone pile driver.
Yeah, they did a like a Meltzer driver type of.
Oh, that's gimmick. Right. Yeah.
But that's cool. It's too bad they can't call her Beth Phoenix because Beth Copeland just sounds lame as hell. But yeah, so she's there.
I'm watching the video now, and fans are stupid. Sorry, wrestling fans, you're all dumb. They literally show a Phoenix on the screen, and there's no fucking reaction, and then it says Beth, and they're like, "Yeah!" Like, are you fucking stupid? How'd you not pop for this? I told you it didn't even make traction in the fucking building. Damn. They all had
I
Beth
also
Copeland blockers on the fucking turnbuckles.
I also thought it was weird that the commentary didn't they were just like, that's Copeland's wife, Beth. Like, I don't know. She's a Hall of Famer. Like, I know you don't want to necessarily acknowledge the other company's Hall of Fame, but like, can't just be like, his wife a former world champion. Like, I don't know. Put her over a little bit.
Add a little more flavor.
Yeah. Anything else from the show you want to talk about? I thought Mercedes and Riho was pretty good.
Yeah, no, I thought that match was great. I think, Riho gets a lot, trashed on a lot because of the size difference usually, but Mercedes and Riho are actually pretty comparable in size. So this match seemed a lot more, I guess, in the realm of believability, a little more comparable.
Yeah, I thought they worked well together.
Yeah.
Nothing mind blowing, but it was very, very
I would say like
well
the standard Mercedes Money match, which is very good.
It's good.
But
yeah. And I like the finish. It was clever.
I
grabbed the
definitely
ref, raked the eyes.
Right. Yeah. One of my favorite matches of the night was Okada and Takeshita and Dorada for the Continental title. Mascara Dorada did that like twofer Hurricane Rana off the turnbuckle. Was insane.
This was my first time watching what's his name? Mascara Los Doritos Tacos.
Oof.
He was fine. He was like every other luchador this company has. But Takeshita and Okada are very good.
Yeah.
I feel like it should have just been a singles match.
I disagree. I think Dorada added a lot to it. He had like a lot of the most spectacular, spots in the match. And the way that I think it also it did a lot for the Don Callis family story of them kind of butting heads, but still on the same team. And you got, some of that for, like after the finish as well. I think his presence added to that kind of that tension. But yeah, Okada ended up winning by pinning Mascara Dorada with the Rainmaker. And then I just want to point out Jon Moxley versus Darby Allin, specifically for Darby Allin doing a suicide dive into Jon Moxley into the upright coffin.
One thing I really appreciate about AEW coffin matches is that they are so much better than WWE casket matches in the sense that like the coffin is not just a stationary thing.
Yeah, there were two coffins and they were like there was one propped up on the other side of the ring.
Yeah. Much cooler. Because you can get more creative with the spots. It's not just throw a guy into a box. I will say this was probably the best Jon Moxley match
of the
ever.
Death Riders era.
Absolutely yes, but like possibly ever.
Wow.
Not counting Dean Ambrose. I consider these as completely two different people because Dean Ambrose is good, Jon Moxley is shit. And but all that being said, it's almost impossible to have a bad match with Darby Allin when there's when it's not just a standard match.
Yeah.
Because Darby does all the work. I mean, he just sells like crazy, takes insane bumps.
Dude, that's
really cool.
That Death Rider that Moxley did to him on the coffin. Yeah, he sold the shit out of that. That looked crazy.
That was insane. The only thing I did not like was the ear spot, because so like they start the match in the crowd, they're battling their way back to the ringside area, and Moxley is very obviously digging through his jeans pocket to the point where it's like directly on camera, and commentary's even like, Moxley digging in his pocket for something. When I'm sitting there, I'm going, he's obviously trying to grab a blade, because he's grabbing it from the little like, the what the fuck do you call it on the jeans? The little, I think it originally was intended for pocket watches. That's why we have them, but it's like the pocket within the pocket. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The pocket
so it's
inside
like
the pocket. Some people use it for change. I don't know.
Yeah. So he's like digging that. And it's like, oh, he's obviously getting a razor blade out. And so like commentary calls it out. And then just once they realize what he's doing, they're like, oh, no, no. And then the camera, and then like Darby gets him down to the ground and starts like biting his ear. And it's shot in such a way that you only see Darby Allin. And it's just like the most blatant, obvious blade job. And it's just, I don't know. Didn't like it. And then I also didn't love the like stabbing of the fork in the head, which was like
they've been doing that a lot
turning
lately.
point for Darby. Yeah, it's just not for me. I don't like the overly grotesque stuff. But I thought everything else was really good in this match.
Yeah.
Except Pac did return. And
I like Pac. He's got short hair now.
Why does he
I
look
like Pac.
like
He
a
looks
gamer?
awful.
Why does he look like a gay?
This dude looks like he's been playing fucking Call of Duty all weekend and forgot to shower and eat and like
Put
he
on
looks
a good
like
outfit.
shit.
He did
Sorry,
show
this
up
is a
with
body
some-
business and this is an industry where people look certain ways. He looks like crap.
Hey, he was wearing a really baggy shirt. You don't know what he looks like under there.
His body is fine. It's his fucking
His
head.
face is stupid.
The haircut is so bad.
Everything looks like shit. And Cody
Not
saying
bad.
someone's haircut is bad is fucking rich. That's how you know it's bad. If Cody says it's bad.
He looks like a first grader about to go first day of school, and his mom made him get a haircut, and he looks terrible.
At the fucking Great Clips or whatever.
Yeah. But he did throw Darby Allin outside of the ring onto a coffin. And that was
She's like $10 and a tip. This is expensive.
Did you guys ever go to those haircut places like when you were a kid that you could play SSX Tricky on GameCube while you're getting a
No.
haircut?
What the fuck? No, that sounds awesome. I want to go there now.
Did you get a haircut at the McDonald's?
No. I think it was called like super cuts or something.
I'm just picturing Noah going to a place at a McDonald's, and there's just a like creepy dude in the corner with some scissors, being like, "Hey kid, you need a haircut."
McDonald's used to have the gaming center. Remember, they had the little.
Yeah.
It was like 4 consoles in a circle, and then
Yeah,
the
you
guy
could-
would come over and cut Noah's hair.
Yeah, while I'm playing Diddy Kong Racing.
Fucking dressed like Ronald McDonald.
Noah just acting like
Yeah,
this is
so
a normal
you like a
American
trust
child experience. Yeah, everybody remembers getting their haircuts
Yeah,
at the McDonald's play place.
It took me a long time to find someone to cut my hair that I liked. Apparently, there was a lady who was cutting my hair for a brief period of time at a Visible Changes in the mall. Which, if people don't know what Visible Changes is, I just learned recently it's a Texas thing. But it was basically like in every mall in Texas, there's a place where a bunch of people learn to cut hair. And the good ones have trophies. And apparently, the lady who was cutting my hair claimed to be the sister of Shane McMahon's wife.
Whoa.
And I thought that was too weird to make up, and I think I believed her. And I like looked it up, and I'm like, I think I found a picture. Like, this is when the internet still had pictures. And
What? Wait.
I think it was her. I believe her. Like, that's a weird thing to make up to a child. And I think she was like, yeah, it was at their wedding. That's my sister.
Pictures.
The internet doesn't have pictures.
What internet are you on?
Well, the one that didn't show me any pictures of Beth Copeland showing up at AEW for one. People moved on. They didn't even notice. They couldn't even tell who was coming out when the Phoenix showed up on the fucking Contron.
Well, we all know Pac showed up, and he looked like shit, but
Yeah, he should have gone to Shane McMahon's wife's sister.
She has
did
a
pretty
trunk
all right.
and
which is pretty
everything.
cool. And then I'll be completely honest, this is where I tapped out. I couldn't do it. The show was just too fucking long.
That's fair.
So-
I mean, I was locked in the whole time. I will say one of the notable things, like after that, was the Fatal 4-Way for the Women's Championship. Chris Statlander won in a way that was surprising, but like still heartwarming because Chris Statlander has been, one of the best on the women's roster since like the beginning of the company. And it's great that, the result of the match of resulting in her getting, her first ever world championship.
Spoilers for later in the show, but the follow-up to this was excellent.
Yeah. Because there was a little bit of like follow-up after the match of like Wheeler Yuta showing up and definitely kind of getting the like, oh, what's he doing here kind of vibes.
There was a lot of stuff like that. This whole show, like almost every match had some kind of thing happen.
Yeah, that's
it.
AEW.
Like, between the Beth
always has
Copeland
post-match
debut,
stuff.
the Hook showed up with what the fuck happened to Hook's music, by the way?
Where
is Action Bronson? It's horrible. That happened after the Kingston match, like the Pac stuff.
Yeah, they're going to be New York boys. It's going to be great.
After it was, I don't think it was directly after, but MJF and oh my god, Briscoe. Briscoe cut a promo backstage where he teased or the 6-man for Dynamite featuring a mystery partner.
Yeah.
We'll
and after, we don't have to talk about the match itself, but the Fatal 4-Way ladder match for Tag Team Championship. After that match, Jack Perry shows up.
That's
gets in
right.
a tussle with the Young Bucks, and right as they're about to BET trigger him, BETE trigger him.
Oh my god, the Hurt Business should do that.
Damn it!
I got a sticker I can sell you that'll stop that from happening.
We got a big semi-return. They kind of blew it, I think. Kill Switch made a return on the Dynamite previous to this pay-per-view. And like a little video package of him like on an operating table or whatever, and he like lurches up and like, oh, he's alive again. And like showed up to deal with the matriarchy. But in this segment, he returns to help Jack Perry, and he is no longer Kill Switch. He is once again Luchasaurus, and the Jurassic Express are back together again.
Thank God. What a horrible time they've spent away from each other.
Really?
There's nothing.
I agree with you.
Nothing that they did separate was better than Jurassic Express.
Yes, absolutely.
Every single thing they did away from each other was bad.
I mean, like, I could see why they wanted to, try doing heel stuff, just like, changing things up. But yeah, nothing. I still liked them as a tag team, so I'm really glad that they're back together. I'm wondering if Jack Perry will change his aesthetic at all from his, kind of, what was it, the black sheep, black goat,
sure.
What was
He's a
it?
moody bitch.
From his heel aesthetic, the leather jacket and everything. Is he still going to be Jack Perry, or is he going to be Jungle Boy?
I think he's going to be
again.
I think he's Bungle Joy Backpack Jerry.
There you go.
Backpack is back.
No, that was on Dynamite. It feels almost like very sudden to go back to this. Like, it doesn't feel like they were split for very long, but at the same time, it feels like
it's been
split before COVID-19.
Yeah,
they really.
You don't understand.
They split before Brawl Out.
They split before the company started. That's how long they've been separate.
Has it? No, it has.
They were
not
actually
been
never a
COVID.
team, and you just imagine them being a team and how perfect it would be this whole time.
When did
they didn't split before COVID?
Okay, I was gonna say there's,
but they definitely split before Brawl Out. I know that.
Yeah,
sure.
that was like the antithesis of that all. But, no, Brawl Out, that was different from when you choke a guy a little. That was different.
You ever go to New York City in the summertime? It's all a Brawl Out because none of the girls are wearing bras anymore. Brawl Out. Folks,
I'm clapping.
It's true.
Applause.
It was like 2022.
Yeah, it's been 3 years.
8 years ago. It's been that's when Shang-Chi came out. Remember that movie? Remember the movie Shang-Chi?
Yeah, I don't think anyone remembers Shang-Chi. I think about that.
The movie was great.
How people
that was 2021. Stop, Paul. Somebody fix Paul's internet. Get him pictures and calendars.
Isn't it insane that anytime someone's like, wow, it's been so long since Shang-Chi, and it literally came out last year.
Did you pull a Jey Uso and swing a chair too hard or something?
Yeah, turn on your camera. Show me your forehead.
There's too many EMF blockers in my house. This is the side effect.
The main event, Hangman Page versus
They split
Hangman
during the Bush
Page
administration, the
Kyle
first one.
Fletcher.
And they're finally back together.
It was very good, and I know that both of those guys are not either of y'all's cup of tea, really, so we don't have to dwell on it. But it was very good main event.
I will take your word for it because I am not sitting through 38 minutes and 10 seconds of Hangman Page versus Kyle Fletcher.
It was very long. But
no,
worth it.
Thank you.
Kyle Fletcher's my cup of tea.
Yeah, Kyle Fletcher's great.
Now
He's
that he
the
got a
pro
good
star.
haircut. He was a fucking dork before.
Haircut? He don't got no hair.
Yeah. When he had hair, it was bad.
Did he go to
I
the
see.
McDonald's
When-
play place?
When Kyle Fletcher... See, when Kyle Fletcher cuts his hair, it's cool, but when Pac does it, it's bad.
Yeah. Look at him.
You're not wrong. But yeah, that was All Out. Very good. Even like by AEW standards of like usually having good pay-per-views, this was an especially good pay-per-view, I thought.
Just too fucking long, man.
It's a long pay-per-view.
Hey, speaking of too fucking long, this opening segment, we got to go to the break so people can learn about Chumba Casino.
I hope we get
Chumba.
EMF blocker ads.
I hope we do too. If we say it enough, it'll happen. Say their name and they appear. After the break, we're going to talk about all of the wrestling news this week because there's a ton.
Welcome back to Didn't Get All of It. There was a lot of wrestling news this week. Let's try to get some of it. Sticking with AEW, because we were just talking about that before the break. They are no longer exclusive to Warner Brothers. That's right. According to a report from Sean Ross Sapp, AEW revealed that they are no longer locked into an exclusive deal with Warner Brothers Discovery. This comes amid ongoing uncertainty around Warner Brothers Discovery's future, because there's a lot of rumors of a potential reconstructuring or a sale that would affect programming across their television stations. So AEW now has the freedom to explore new media partners, which could be Amazon, Netflix, YouTube, anything.
That'd be so funny if WWE and AEW were both on Netflix.
That'd be great.
Then they could do an invasion. We'll talk more about that later.
Oh, yes.
This is good news for them because it seems like Paramount Skydance now wants to make a bid for Warner Brothers. And, the door is open for all these people to do that sort of thing. So, good. I hope they shop around. I hope they find something better, gooder, decent. I don't know. What do you do?
Yeah.
Do you go like what? The TV networks are all run by the same corporations now, and they're all assholes. So like, you go to a streaming service that are, some of them are owned by assholes, and some of them are quiet assholes.
My question
Like,
is, what do
you
they
don't hear anything
do
about the
with,
Netflix people.
What do they do with the like WB branded belts, like the TBS Championship and the TNT Championship?
Oh,
Put 'em in the
I didn't even
fucking
think of
dishwasher.
that.
Put them in the dishwasher.
Throw them out like ugly ass belts. I hate that those titles look like that.
Yeah, great, because they have the TNT and the TBS.
Merge them into the TV title or the streaming title or the media
they're
title.
different gender divisions, so can't really merge
do
them.
that. Intergender titles. I did forget that they were intergender. I thought one was exclusive to Collision or something.
No,
Which I think
What
is
if-
not inaccurate.
but if they end up on a streaming service, then it's not like they have two stations, so they can't. But so what if they end up on Netflix and they make the TNT Championship the Netflix title, and then they make the TBS title the Chill title?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
so they can have Netflix and chill champions.
Which is what they'll call their mixed matches. The Netflix and chill match brought to you by Stranger Things.
I don't think they're going to end up on Netflix. They probably won't even shop around. But the fact that they're not locked in here is good news.
It's interesting, yeah.
For the long term.
Yeah, I think it's like Game Freak's relationship with Nintendo, right? Like they're not actually, they're part of the same company in that they both own shares in each other by a lot, but like Game Freak can publish games other places besides Nintendo.
You mean to tell me that Game Freak could make a shitty Pokemon game on another platform?
They've made other games on other platforms, like Timbo the Badass Elephant. That's on Steam.
Just because you host a video game podcast doesn't mean you get to make fun of me by making up games that don't exist. Timbo,
knowing about games
isn't
cool, Noah. Knowing about games,
of course, Game Freak makes things. They made Timbo the bumfuck elephant, and he likes to fuck bums. You didn't play that? It's an indie game. It's really good.
It was all right. It was just a pretty standard action platformer.
You can't make shit up. That's what Jimmy Kimmel got in trouble for, allegedly. Not really.
But yeah, AEW, they can shop around. They can make their own Timbo the Badass Elephant of wrestling if they wanted to.
I got an idea. Hear me out. AEW, and this seems like something they would do, should move Dynamite to the Game Boy. And it's all filmed on the Game Boy camera.
Yeah. I'm in. What about the printer? Can they bring the printer too?
Yeah, sure. I mean,
yeah,
as long as the internet still has pictures.
Providing them with the printer.
Anyway, good for them. It's good to have options.
Yeah, for sure. And hopefully they end up somewhere one day where their their pay-per-views are not $50.
It's $1 per hour. It's a fucking steal.
Well, speaking of dollars, you guys want to talk about Jazymin Nyx? What's her name? Jazymin Nyx? Yeah, that's it.
She's named after the fucking animal that follows you around in Star Wars Outlaws. That's a game, Noah.
Yeah, it sure is. You know about it.
I love that game.
See, you know games.
I didn't have to make one up for this story.
You know all about Sabak.
I know a lot about Sabak. Tempted to buy it on the Switch just to play it on the go.
That'd be good.
Jazymin Nyx. For many people listening to this, it's the first time they ever heard that name. It's possible you don't even know she exists. If you've listened to this show, I've talked about her in the past. Because you've heard us talk about Fatal Influence and how there's one that's just lurking. She's kind of around, but she doesn't really do anything. And she's always like out of the scene. This is her. Didn't even know what she looked like, honestly. She seems like a nice person. Oh, you think she's a bad person?
Her boyfriend is, so...
Wait, who's her boyfriend?
Just some shithead homophobe.
No.
Like reality TV star type guy.
All right, well, they can't all make good decisions, but it seems like she made a good decision leaving here. What's the story? WWE gave her a shitty deal to try to re-sign her for another 3 years, but also, like, I'd argue she was lucky to get the deal offer at all.
Yeah, so apparently she was not happy with what they offered her, and someone commented on her video that she made talking about this, being like, something like 60,000 to 100,000 a year, and she was like, "I wish I was offered that." So, look, I'm not going to sit here and pretend I know who this person is. I don't think I've ever seen her wrestle.
I haven't,
but
either,
that's insultingly low. That's insultingly low.
So,
wrestlers are going grossly underpaid.
I think the NXT ones are pretty underpaid. I think certain ones are probably paid more than others based on if they have any name value. But the rumor going around is she was offered around $70K a year, which is not a great salary if you've moved to Florida and have to live in a fucking shitty apartment that's branded luxury and have to go hang out at the gym all day and then like have to live that lifestyle of wrestler. All of these people in NXT are poor. Like, let's be real. They also don't get health insurance covered. Like, yes, WWE will pay if they blow their leg out, but like they still have to have coverage because that's how things work. So like, it's not a good system. Do I think they should be paid more? Yes. Do I think that they should have signed her up or given her a better offer? No, not a chance. It's very clear just by watching the product. This ain't for her. She doesn't want to do it. Maybe she does. It sure didn't seem like. Maybe she'll prove me wrong. Like Gigi Dolan is a prime example of someone who I was like, this girl doesn't look like she wants to be there at all in NXT, and it's apparently wrestling everywhere right now. Anyone that'll sign her, she's fucking wrestling at. So like, maybe she does want to do it. But a lot of these people are taking the OnlyFans route, or like Cora Jade, for example, who I think was just like severely injured all the time. Like, isn't the reason she's not wrestling is because she's so hurt, Kody?
No. She had one injury, and then she had like a near-death experience due to a pregnancy. She quit wrestling due to mental health issues.
Okay, so
but
she's
also making millions of dollars on OnlyFans.
Right. Especially if you're used to making $70K a year and all of a sudden you open an OnlyFans and show a toe and you're making 7 times that. Life-changing stuff. I don't know. I think... Does this suck? I don't think this sucks. It didn't seem like she wanted to be there. Should she have been paid more?
Yeah.
Maybe.
I mean, like, two things can be true. Like, she's not great. I just, if I'm WWE, I just don't offer her a new contract. But the fact that they are offering these people these contracts in the first place is insane.
But like, are they offering Fallon Henley that same contract? I doubt it, because I think if they're looking at the upside of these people and they're like, where are you going to be at the end of this deal? In 3 years, Fallon Henley is going to be on the main roster. Jazymin Nyx is probably not going to be. She might be on Evolve. Like, it's development for a reason. And there's a lot of people there that do not develop at all. And I would argue that like she's probably come a long way from being someone who didn't wrestle before. I think that's what she said, that she came like from soccer.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think this
I wish
is
her well.
She
She seems like an okay person who picked Bad Boyfriend.
This is kind of shining a light on like the flawed performance center system and WWE's current approach towards recruiting. Like, for every Bianca Belair, there's 100 Jazymin Nyx that this company hires.
Right.
So like, I don't know. It's just, it's this is what happens when you get people off the street that are athletic and you think, hey, let's, like, if they don't love this, this is what happens. They're going to look at it and be like, it's not worth doing this to my body and getting paid this little. I'm see ya. I'm out.
I think there's also the issue with NXT of like, they're not being as picky as they used to be. Like, the best era of NXT was like, what if we were the super indie and we brought in people who were almost there? Like, they brought in Sami Zayn when he was El Generico and they took his mask off and everyone's like, what the fuck are you doing? And they're like, we're about to find out. And Sami Zayn is a star for it.
Yeah, but here's the problem. there's no indies anymore.
Right. Like, who do you bring in today that's anybody?
Matt Cardona. That's it.
They did that already. He was on NXT this week.
I know. But like, that's the thing is like, when I think indie wrestling, he's the only name that I ever see.
And indie wrestling doesn't work out there anymore either.
Like, since there is she might be on NXT.
We will never get another like Adam Cole, Bryan Danielson, Samoa Joe, CM Punk, Roderick Strong.
They should
like
bring all of them in.
Group of guys anymore. Like, it's just not going to happen.
Yeah, that whole, it doesn't seem like, I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, but it sure doesn't feel like there's any sort of like, just indies in general. Even like the local scene doesn't feel special. Like, no, we went to the Booker T shows. Some of those people are great.
Yeah.
They're not like get signed and put on TV great. Like, the people there that are really good are in their mid-30s. And they've been there for a long time.
Yeah, they've been there for a long time. Yes, yeah. And they're just kind of comfortable being on the indie scene, I think is... I can kind of get that vibe from them.
Yeah, it sucks. But I don't know. You could also find people who are at least fans. Like, if you find someone who's like, yeah, this person's a football player, but they grew up and they love their favorite wrestlers are like Heidenreich and John Cena or something, and you can be like, okay, this guy gets it. He loved Heidenreich. He came into the tryout with a big chocolate bar. We got to sign him. Find someone with the heart of Heidenreich.
Yeah,
I was like, who's Heidenreich?
I don't know who Heidenreich is.
Oh man, we need to teach Paul Heyman about Heidenreich.
Yeah.
Oh my god,
we'll have a history lesson. We'll have a history lesson after the pod.
One of the best songs of all time.
He fucking sucks so much. A former Road Warrior, part of the Legion of Doom, Heidenreich. I do see people online being like, wow, WWE is the biggest wrestling company in the world. They should pay people more. Sure. Every company should pay everyone more. Like, it's...
Amen, brother.
That's not it. Like, what do you're on the internet being like, pay people more. Yeah, no shit. Who's arguing that? Just CEOs. Like, everyone is on your side. That is the easiest battle to pick. It's not going to happen. So, I don't know. I don't think that they should have offered her a new deal in the first place. They shouldn't have fired Dakota Kai. They shouldn't have fired Gigi. They should have let this contract lapse. That's all. Bye, Jasmine.
Heidenreich has one son with his wife, Marissa. According
Marissa
to Wikipedia. Reich? Yeah. But his first name wasn't Hayden.
Yes, it was.
His name was John. His last name is Heidenreich.
No, his first name is Hayden, and then his last name is Reich. It even says so in the theme song. It says Heidenreich.
Well, then let's not hope that his son doesn't have a son, because then he would be the third Reich.
That's okay. They're cool now.
We'll be right back.
After a word from our sponsor, it's ice.
What the fuck is happening?
Anyway,
we're not actually going to break. We have more news.
Yeah, I was like, wait, I thought we had. There's a couple more things. You might be wondering. You might be wondering.
I love ice. It keeps my drink cold.
You might be wondering where Piper Niven has been. Well,
nope.
She's been out of action.
I watched SmackDown. I did not know she was gone.
And Brian Alvarez reported that there was concern within the WWE that the injury she was dealing with could be potentially career threatening. There has been some follow up that excuse me. Sorry. I clicked on the wrong thing. That according to Fightful Select, it is serious, but the Fightful sources believe that she will return, and that it is a neck injury, and they're still awaiting an official diagnosis.
I hate that. She's fucking great. I'd argue that she's been wildly underutilized since they've had her.
Yeah.
But everything they've given her, she's done excellent with. So hopefully she can come back from that.
She certainly
and they can
seems
offer
like
a nice $75,000 a year salary. No, think about what she's got. She came in NXT UK as like one of those people that everyone over there was like, this person rocks. They're great. And she did like stuff over there that we never watched. And then they made her Dewdrop and paired her with Eva Marie. Like they named her after a fucking fat piece of water. And she fucking ran with it and was great. And then they finally switched her back. And now she's like part of the Secret Hervis. And everything she's done has been good. She even had a brief feud when she was just Piper by herself with Becky that was great. So I don't know. I hope that she overcomes this and comes back.
Yeah. Always loved Piper.
Yeah. Someone who won't be coming back after 2026, though, is the phenomenal one, AJ Styles. So this actually came out today, as of time of recording, because AJ Styles had an interview with Tokyo Sports where he talked about his future and that he will be retiring in 2026, next year. He said, quote, "I'll probably be at WrestleMania, but that's not locked in. The details aren't decided yet, but there's no doubt he'll retire sometime next year."
Kody, do you ever listen to Howard Stern?
Not like on purpose.
Do you ever hear about Howard Stern every like 5 years?
Sometimes, yeah, when people post like old interview clips or I'm watching Beetlejuice highlights.
Mm-hmm. AJ Styles is a master of contract negotiations. If you're not a frequent Howard Stern listener, most of the time you only hear about Howard Stern when his contract's almost up. And AJ Styles talks about retiring every time it's a contract year. I don't doubt for a second that he wants to hang it up next year. I do doubt that he will. But it sure seems like they're planting the seeds to tell that story.
I think he's done next year. And I just hope that they do a retirement tour better than John Cena. I think, especially with the latest developments in the partnership with TNA, I think he should go have one more match in TNA.
Against who? Kazarian? Eric Young?
Sure.
Who else is there from his era? Can Abyss work? I know he's getting yelled at backstage by Bruce Pritchard. He's very upset all the time based on that fake ass documentary they made us watch.
Who was it that said that they pitched him in the Rumble for like years and now it's like not in the cards?
Him? I don't know.
No, I forget someone. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I get what you're saying about his contract negotiating stuff, but like it seems because he also went on to say that in this interview that because they asked him like what he's going to do after retiring, and he said that he hadn't figured it out yet, but that he most likely would be working in WWE. That maybe he'd help develop young talent, but he wasn't sure yet.
It is insane. If you look at anything he said 20-ish years ago about WWE, that this is where he ended up, and this is what he's saying in retirement. Remember that like online feud he had with Batista? And he's like, "Fuck WWE,
No.
I'd never work there." It was a long time ago. Batista and AJ had like some feud between like IG and interviews. It was crazy, but AJ was like very anti WWE for the longest time. And it's I'm happy that he ended up in this spot. I hope that he takes more of a part-time approach where he's like, if I can still go, I'll go. Like an RVD kind of thing. But yeah, I'm not ready to see him hang it up. The dude should be fucking world champion one more time. I hate that he's just been a mid-card act since losing the title a decade ago.
Yeah, he definitely needs to get a solid run next year. There's no reason he can't be world champion at least, or WWE champion again.
Give him a run. Enough with his fucking Dominic and El Grande Americano feuds. That was hilarious. There's a segment on Raw this week where him and Dragon Lee approached Adam Pearce and like, hey, we want to fight El Grande. And Adam Pearce is like, which one? And he's like, I don't know. You hired. You signed all three of them. Like, you fucking pick. We're gonna fight him. That's like literally what the segment was. And then at the end, he's like, "Hey, how about you stop signing Americanos?"
Enough with the Americanos.
It was a genuinely funny segment. Total waste of AJ Styles, though. And they really got to progress this thing where they rip off their masks and they're like, they're not American at all. I assume they're holding that reveal for when Chad Gable comes back as El Grande Americano, and then they rip off their masks and they're like, wait a minute, you guys are foreign. And they rip off his mask and it's like, yeah, we're American. And that's the feud. That sucks. Everything I said sucks. Everything I said sucks. Forever.
Yep. Evergreen statement.
Yep.
Well, stick around and hear us say a few more sucky things. God, one more segment.
We're talking about fun stuff next.
One more segment after this break. Brabadoo! We're back from our break, and it's ready to talk about some stuff we liked, stuff we're thinking about, stuff that's on the mind. And I'm going to kick this off because I had something I wanted to talk about. We are officially down to the final 5 appearances of John Cena. It was announced this week that at Crown Jewel in Perth, Australia on October 11th, John Cena will be wrestling AJ Styles. Kind of a weird build or lack thereof for this match. It was just kind of like they both tweeted and were like, the fans want this match. And then Triple H was like, you got it. Like, it was very... They were like trying to do like a...
Cena's post was also like, I don't make the matches. Shut the fuck up. You wanted to wrestle Brock Lesnar one more time. You liar.
Yeah, they very much like tried to play this off as if it was like AJ and Cena going into business for themselves. But this was obviously the plan all along. But I'm glad. I mean, I don't know. Like, the fans really want it. I'll be honest. I think their matches were always a little overrated.
Yeah, but everyone remembers the build, which it seems like they're foregoing this time.
Yeah, true. The build was the beat up John Cena stuff was fun, but I don't know. I remember really liking one of their matches and finding the rest of the series just fine. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I can go back and rewatch them. But hopefully this one delivers. So with that leaves 4 more appearances. It's November 10th in Boston, which I will be attending. Then it's November 17th the following week at Madison Square Garden. Then he's doing Survivor Series in San Diego and his retirement match on December 13th in Washington, D.C. What do we think these last 4 dates look like? Do we do
underwhelming? I fully expect them to... If any one of them is a thanks for liking me for the last 20 years, it's a waste of a date.
Yeah. How many of them do you think he wrestles?
That's the thing. Is all 4 of them? He has to.
He has to be every single one.
He has to wrestle one more time in Boston. He has to wrestle one more time at Madison Square Garden, and then the last 2 are like premium live event, and then his retirement match. So none of these better be just a promo.
Who does he wrestle in Boston?
I think in Boston. I mean, so like Edge would be cool. Like,
if he's available. I assume his contract, like, that would be news, right? We would know if his contract was gone.
Right. No, I don't think that's happening. But with everyone being like, what if he's wrestling John Cena? Like, that would be the place to do it because they have so much history in Boston specifically. But that's not happening. So I think John Cena, especially because this will be coming right off his match with AJ Styles. I think John Cena should wrestle Dominic Mysterio. And I think it should be for the Intercontinental Championship. And I think John Cena should win because it's the one title he never won.
I saw the picture posted in the Discord.
Oh, someone posted that?
Yeah, there's like the thing saying like, here's who he should wrestle. I'm not opposed to that. I just feel like it's... I don't know. I would love if there was like a night, maybe it's the Raw in New York, where he comes out and he's like doing his little thank you for liking me speech and is like, everyone wants me to wrestle my last date, so I want to wrestle. Here's someone I specifically want to wrestle, and it's some random name from the roster that doesn't get enough credit that you're like, what? And then they go like 20 minutes and it rules. I don't know who that would be, but like maybe John Cena really wants to wrestle Tommaso Ciampa and we've never seen that. And he like calls out Tommaso Ciampa and everyone's like, wow, that's fucking dumb. And then 2 commercial breaks later, you're like, that was the coolest thing I've ever seen. You know, I don't know. Like I want something like that. Like do the open challenge thing where you're like this rando versus John Cena because he wants to do it.
Yeah, I mean, sure. That the New York match is the one that I like. Well, I guess Dominic could be in New York too, but like one of those Raw matches, I don't know what you do. I think Dominic's a good idea. I think the IC title is a good idea, and then so I guess Boston would make the most sense because then he could drop it to whoever in New York. Because I don't think he should have it, you know, for multiple.
So who beats him
matches.
for it? Dominic takes it back.
No, because that's a waste to do the same match.
Cena and Penta.
Yeah, that would fucking rule. Actually,
it'd be cool.
Does Cena want to wrestle? Does Cena want to take the fucking Mexican Destroyer?
Yeah,
Off the second. Did you see the fucking Destroyer that he did this week on? I think Kofi. No, it was Grayson Waller. He did this fucking
Off the top
avalanche
rope.
Destroyer, and it's like, I wouldn't fucking do that. Like the moment that Grayson Waller hit that mat, the ref was like on his fucking face, being like, "Are you alive?" Because that was the bump was fucking insane. And Grayson Waller's in that position where he'll do anything not to get released. So like, of course he took that better than anyone could. But like, Cena's not taking a fucking Mexican Destroyer. He's like, I'll do a Pop Rocks. Can you do a Pop Rocks?
I think you could have him. I think you could have him wrestle Penta. I think you could have him wrestle Braun Breaker. I think that would be very cool. It's got to be something fresh because we're getting a lot of these nostalgia matches. We got the Orton. We're getting the AJ thing. I think the rest of the score needs to be.
Unless you can get Edge, I want 0 nostalgia matches.
Well, so the only exception I will say is that I do think Survivor Series, he needs to be in War Games. Because I think he's never done that. It's the last time he can do it. And it also gives you the opportunity to see him interact with a lot of people. Like just cram a lot of moments, if you will, in to the limited time we have. Like it'll get him in the ring with Braun Breaker, Bronson Reed.
I think
Seth
that logic
Rollins,
is sound, but I don't like it.
Yeah, I mean, I
think he should have
to just
a
be him in a
highlight
singles
match
match,
that's
but
separate.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't mind that either. But I think
here's
War
a
Games
crazy
makes sense.
one. You have your War Games match with your War Games people, but you also have your traditional Survivor Series match, Team Cena against somebody else, and it's John Cena collecting partners, and it's like him and Orton and Age, like it's his rivals.
Yeah,
against I don't know whoever the fuck you put against them.
But
Drew
I feel like
McIntyre
like do that, but just it's the War Games match because they have to do War Games. I don't think there's a point in telling that story because that would occupy he should recruit Punk and Roman Reigns and Sheamus. I don't know,
fuck that.
No, not the Usos, but like some of his all of his rivals or whatever. Like AJ could be on his team too. Like get all of his great rivals to go wrestle a bunch of the young up and comers. I don't know. That could be fun. Could be interesting. His last match though, whoever it is, it does have to be like he's got to put someone over big.
It's got to. I think to me, it's Gunther.
Yeah, like Gunther makes the most sense. Braun Breaker would work as well.
I think
they don't do
the
that
story of Gunther is the guy that retires people is interesting. Except for running it. I guess he could retire AJ
Goldberg,
next year
right.
too. Yeah, he's got Goldberg. He'll get Cena, and then like AJ can be next year, and Brock. If the idea is like if Brock is retiring next year, I know there was a story out today that people were like Braun Breaker could face Brock at Mania. I don't know, sure, but like you could really tell a story with Gunther there of retiring.
I like
people.
that.
You could still do Breaker, and because Brock's not going to retire at Mania, he's going to retire at SummerSlam, assuming he's not like, I don't know. The allegations don't matter. Vince is catching a pardon, so fuck these people. I'll let you figure out how many people I'm talking about. Yeah, I assume that Brock's retiring at SummerSlam, so you could do Breaker at Mania, and then you still get Gunther at SummerSlam. Gunther being the guy who puts down legends, and which will eventually lead to Gunther Orton, which they already have the story. They already have the story of Orton's shoulder being up from the King of the Ring, and then their like little feud. If Orton ever decides to hang it up in the next 2 years,
all right. Who? He said he wants to wrestle for like another 10, so it might be a while. But Paul's cooking right now. I think
who let Gunther being the real legend killer, not guy who RKOs old people, but like guy who actually stops careers, is interesting to me. Especially because he's just gone, and you know that they're waiting to do something with him right now, but they haven't figured it out. It's got to be Cena, right?
Yeah, it had. I mean, one of those if it's not his last match, one of those Raws, he's got to wrestle Gunther.
I think it has to be his last match. What would you do with Cena? Like I said, unless you can get Edge, what do you do for Cena's last match that's important?
Braun Breaker would be the only other, I think.
I don't think that's important. Braun Breaker doesn't have the stature that a Gunther has.
But he would.
Like, I think you can do a Braun Breaker, but you do that at NYC. But your retirement match is Gunther. And maybe Cena goes into that injured a little bit.
Yeah, well, he'd be coming out of War Games.
Yeah.
So
Survivor Series in San Diego. That's Rey Mysterio country.
Put Rey on his team.
You could do Cena and Rey. Well, unless Rey's still hurt. But that's in November.
You know what?
His crotch should be fine by then.
Rey should turn heel for the first time on Cena and get payback for that fucking bullshit Monday Night Raw where Rey held the title for an hour and then Cena took it from him.
Okay, let's go back to this and let's be realistic. Outside of the fantasy booking, we're getting AJ at Crown Jewel. Boston could be Dominic. I think I'm just throwing this out there, and I need you guys to bear with me.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's facing Joe Hendry at Raw in Madison Square Garden.
That's
go.
Insane.
Absolutely.
I think John Cena's going to fucking say it, and just for the pop, I think it's going to happen.
Nope.
No. I'm not saying I like it. I don't like it because Joe Hendry on the main roster is, a jobber. Joe Hendry on NXT is guy who is comedy act. So like they've clearly dropped anything for him until he signs the paper. But I could see Cena wanting to be like, I want to do that. That sounds fun. Let's do it here where the pop will be the biggest.
What if it's Matt Cardona?
It's not. Nobody gives a fuck about Matt Cardona. 0 people care about him, including Chelsea.
What? That's not true. He was on NXT this week and people liked it.
No one liked it.
I like it.
We'll get there because the NXT
Cena
invasion...
liked it. Cena himself posted the picture of Matt Cardona on NXT on his Instagram.
Cena posts dumb shit all the time. He's posted Joe Hendry like 8 times. I don't know. I think we've all settled on Gunther retires Cena.
Yeah, it's gotta
But
be
if
cool.
you can get Edge.
But so here's the thing, though. Even if you can get Edge, I think that's a lame-ass final match.
No,
I'm
I wouldn't
sorry.
do it for a
Like,
final. I still think you put over Gunther at the end.
If miraculously you could get Edge, it would have to be in Boston.
The other thing is, I think Cena needs to win every single match until then. Because this Brock Lesnar fucking loss is so dumb. He needs to beat everybody until his last match where it needs to feel like he's on a roll.
Yeah, that makes sense. So, okay, so if we really do the IC title win, does he just keep it and then drop it to Gunther, and Gunther goes back on another historic Intercontinental title run?
I don't know. I don't want Gunther to fall down to the mid-card title.
Yeah.
I don't think he wins the IC title.
I don't think he does either. I think it would be cool. I think...
unless he wants to drop it to Penta, but I think we just made that up on the spot. I think realistically, I think you get a Dom match, I think you get a Gunther match, and I think you get probably the War Games, and then a Cena does something silly match, which is why I think Joe Hendry's an option. Sorry, he's got 5 fucking dates. What do you want him to do? Tell a story? He hasn't told a story this whole year that's any good.
It's true.
The Punk story
was a shit year. Honestly, if I'm John Cena, I tell them, let's try again next year. I'm sorry. This year sucked. We're not doing this. I'll retire next year and give it another year.
I don't think you give it another year. I think he should have retired at Mania 26.
Fine. Whatever.
You know,
he needs
another
more
4
time.
months.
He should just come out and be like, I'm really sorry. The heel run was dog shit. He already did that, but he should be like, I owe you guys some dates, so I'm going to tack on a few more. I don't think it's happening. But with the 5 dates we got, I think we get a silly thing, and I think Joe Hendry's a silly thing. And good for him if that happens. We'll talk about that in November. Wait, November 17th? Is that the Thanksgiving episode that we're all going to skip because we don't feel like podcasting? If Joe Hendry wrestles John Cena...
that'll be the following
Okay,
week.
Cool. Great. We'll take a week off because we'll all have come so hard. The refractory period on this podcast will be so high. Folks, we're not done yet. We talked about it a little bit. NXT this week, they did the TNA invasion, as expected. They did Obafemi and Trick Williams in the main event for title, so of course it wasn't fucking changing hands. Mike Santana was on commentary, and as the match went on, people appeared at ringside. I think the Iconics were there, and Matt Cardona showed up, and they closed the show with just the typical NXT brawl, and Vic Joseph being like, September whatever date will be remembered in history as the day that this happened. And you can't make out what's happening in the ring. It's just people running out and fighting. And there's a picture going around of a post-show shot that they took, and it's all the TNA people standing tall in the ring. And it's literally everyone who worked at WWE that wants their jobs back. Every single one of them is someone who's been there who would kill to be back there.
Damn.
And I'm sure that that's going to be good in the sense of the matches and stuff that's going to come out of this. They're going to try. Matt Cardona wants a fucking WWE contract. I'm sure that the Iconics would love to be employed again by WWE, which means they're not going to mail it in on whatever dog shit program they get attached to. At the same time this is happening, there's a story going on where Ricky Stanks wants the fucking title, and Obafemi does too. So they're fawning over the championship while all these people are brawling behind them. Visually, an amusing camera angle, but overall, Ricky ain't it.
Is Kushida still in TNA?
I don't know.
Are you hoping that we can get a Jacket Time reunion?
Sure. Where's Ika Benjiro?
I don't know. Who are these people?
I miss Kushida.
I don't know. This is it's weird at this point because they spent the last several months being baby facing TNA because Trick Williams is a heel and he has their championship, and it's he's holding it hostage on the show that you watch. And you're okay, but I like this show. If I liked TNA, I'd watch it. I don't know who they're trying to convince with that. And now I'm supposed to be mad at them for breaking this matchup. I don't know. I guess are invasion angles hard? Because it seems like no one can get them right.
I guess we have yet to see one that works.
I mean, the NWO worked to start, and eventually it spiraled out. I personally did enjoy the WCW invasion, but like, you could have done it right, and they could do it in the video game if they wanted to. You could retell that story. But yeah, like today, a TNA invasion, like the only guy from TNA that like is a TNA guy was Kaz. And I don't mean host of Didn't Get All of It Japan and Ultimate Dragon Ball. It was Frankie Kazarian is standing there and you're like, oh yeah, that guy too. I guess we'll see how it plays out, but this segment,
I think they're going to do an invasion PLE.
Yeah, they will. Or a Tuesday night event.
Nah, I think
No Mercy is the next one. Because is No Mercy the next one? There's a Tuesday show coming up that they're treating like a pay-per-view. And it's like, I think it's the Ricky Stanks match where I guess they could do a title change, but I wouldn't. Like, imagine Obafemi laying down for that guy. And then they're doing Jordan Grace and Blake Monroe. And what else is on there? Yeah, Lola and JC, which I think that title change is happening. And then you're going to get JC and Fallon feuding. And then one or both will get called up like immediately after, hopefully. Or not. They could just leave. Like, I don't know. Like, I think Fallon Henley's great. I think JC is... I almost worried that the ship has sailed on her. Like, I don't know where you fit her in on the main roster today.
Does she still have Big Boot?
I think so. I think that's the problem. Is she doesn't feel unique anymore.
Yeah.
There's a period of time where she felt like she was stepping out on her own, and whatever she's doing now is just annoying girl. Like, she doesn't have a unique presence anymore. I think she stood out because in the Toxic Attraction group, like, there was the hot blonde and the quirky redhead, and then you had JC, who was, different, which is really weird. Like, all three of them were different, and then you put them in this group now with Cowboy Chick and Released Girl and JC, and it's like, what are we doing here? Like, I'd almost keep her there a little longer to develop. I think Fallon's ready because she's Cowboy Chick. Like, I don't know. Like, she has something different that the rest don't. So I don't know. I don't know what you do. NXT is a mess. But stay tuned for the TNA invasion. Which side is Joe Hendry on? That's a story they will tell for a week. I promise. Does anyone else have anything to say before I talk about how the ending of Dynamite was awesome?
Yeah, tell me about that.
So I tuned into Dynamite for a bit this week, and the closing segment, well, the closing match was Shirakawa and Statlander, and for the title, and they had a fun little match, and at the end, Statlander won with, what is that? What's the pin called that Wheeler you just taught her? Is it the straight jacket or something?
Seatbelt.
Seatbelt. Okay.
Yeah.
Buckle up. So she wins with that, and after the match, the Death Riders come to the ring, and they all surround the ring, and the girl that has the puppet shows up because I guess she's friends with
Harley Cameron.
Yeah, she's there. And then like Wheeler Yuta's there, and there's like this whole like, oh, you like that guy, like body language going on. And Wheeler Yuta and Statlander hug, and it's like, oh no, she's gonna turn heel and join this stale ass group and beat up her friend that everyone cares about. And then they stopped hugging, and Chris Statlander clotheslined Wheeler Yuta because he's a fucking loser.
And then she stuck her middle fingers in the eyes of Jon Moxley and ran out of there with her friend Harley Cameron. And it was great. It was the perfect, like, you taught me something and I fucking hate you and I'm out of here. Yeah. And just a tremendous segment. And then Darby Allin came out with a flamethrower and challenged Jon Moxley to a match where they're going to probably light someone on fire.
Yeah, and I think that also... Inferno match. Yeah, we love an Inferno match. Randy Orton's favorite. I think this sets a good precedent for Chris Statlander for her title reign, or at least like it puts it off on like a good footing, because it did kind of come out of nowhere. Like there really wasn't much build up to her getting the title. Like the match was good, but it was mostly just, you know, Tony being like, oh, who's going to beat me? And, you know, all of the competitors in that Fatal 4-Way coming up being like, I'm going to beat you. But now this, like, you know, she's going to stand her ground. She's not going to, you know, waver to any teams, even if it's, you know, someone from her past. She's going to, you know, be her own champion. I think this is, I really, yeah, Paul, I really like this segment.
I don't know how long you hold off on the match with, what's her name?
Jamie Hayter?
No, the one in the Death Riders.
Oh, Marina Shafir.
Yeah, Marina Shafir. I don't know how long you hold that match off on, but I assume that Marina wins. And this is how what you do is Marina wins. She immediately puts the belt in a briefcase.
God, no, Paul.
No. And then she has to defend the title in a match on Dynamite that week against like whoever the fuck. And she immediately loses.
Okay.
Like instead of being like, oh no, they're going to do this for forever again. She immediately loses to like Willow or something. And it fucking rocks.
And I think you know what? That sounds like something AEW would do.
Let me text Will right now. Got an idea for you, big man. Anyway, that's my thoughts. I thought the end of Dynamite was like top tier stuff, like best shit I've seen all year. I loved that segment.
Yeah.
Orange Cassidy returned on this show as well.
Yeah. Mystery.
Good theme song.
He has two good theme songs.
Wait. Yeah, he's got two good themes.
No, he's got one.
He's got two. Did they not have the rights to Jane anymore? Because I know you don't like that one.
I hate that one. But it came out to the Pixies and it fucking ruled.
That is a good theme song.
Does that mean the shows are going to be good again because the shows are going to start with that song?
Well, they've been starting with Jon Moxley matches, which have been good. Nice, fun, energetic. But yeah,
you've been lying way too much on this show.
The best way to open a Dynamite is with Orange Cassidy. I do agree with you there.
That's how you know it's good. Every time that happened, it's always been good. Anytime they deviate, it's not good. Is that it? Are we done?
I think that's it.
Wow. Ending the show this early wasn't on my bingo card.
How big's
the amount that I've seen that, like, it's always been around. And after our podcast last week, I just see it more, and I'm getting angrier and angrier the more I see it. The internet sucks so much.
Yeah, I cannot stress pictures.
I cannot stress how fucking lame it is when you're on like a Reddit for your hometown or like Houston or whatever, and it's like, what's a good restaurant? And the first person's like, Taco Bell. You fucking loser, you're not funny. Every fucking time. Someone's like, what's a good suggestion? Or where should I go out? What should I do? And they're like, fast food restaurant.
I mean, Taco Bell's not a bad place to go.
Taco Bell's great, but if you're saying what's one of the best places to eat in your town, and they say Taco Bell or like the McDonald's in the ghetto, or like, you're not fucking funny. Everyone has told that joke. Just because you're first to tell it doesn't make it funny this time.
Yeah.
All you folks need to log off after you download our podcast. Thank you. Taco Bell. We didn't get all of it, folks. Well, we'll try again next week. For myself, Paul, and Kody, and Pro Wrestling Noah, and B isn't on my bingo card, B Rob, who's not here but is probably listening. We'll see you next week. Bye.
You've been listening to a Fatal 4 podcast. Subscribe today wherever you get your podcasts and visit fatal4pod.com for more episodes, merchandise, and info on the Patreon.
Damn. R.I.P. Regis Philbin. I had no idea.